Yep.
So Demian, you happy with your performance overall?
I'm happy, of course. I wish I could finish or knockout. Have a knockout, get a knockout, not get a knockout, but knockout him out. But I did the strategy that I was ready for, and I was pretty nervous for this fight because I lost my last fight, and I started winning. It was something weird that never happens before in my last fight. So I'm pretty happy.
Do you usually feel nervous before fights, or did you feel the pressure going into this one because of the loss to Munoz?
I had 3 losses. Before my last loss, I had 2. One was for the best fight of the world, Anderson Silva. I did my best, I really lost. Another one was for Nate Marquardt, that something that happens, he got me with a good punch and knocked me out. But it never happens like last time that I won the first round and then I lost the second and the third. So I was, doubting myself. I was kind of, in one point that I was kind of sad what happens. There was a lot of pressure for this fight for me.
And much like in the fight against Munoz, you've shown improved striking. You doubled him in strikes landed in this fight. Where is this coming from? Where is this new Demian Maia striker coming from?
I've been training a lot, and thanks to my boxing coaches. I have a boxing coach in São Paulo. His name is André Lopes, and Luis Doria in Bahia. I go there all the time. The same guy who trains Junior Dos Santos. You know this guy? He has a good boxing, right? So yeah, and he been training Anderson Silva also. He been training the Nogueira brother. He's a great guy, and in Bahia it's a great place to train. We just got the first Brazilian world champion in boxing, amateur boxing. So I've been training and been working on that. For this fight, I've been in Holland for 3 weeks training Thai boxing at Mejiro Gym, a great academy. That great. I train with Andy Sauer, and other guys there. So I just keep working on my stand-up.
With that said, what kind of strategy did you expect out of Jorge Santiago? We know he's a very tough guy, but there was also equal pressure on him coming off that last loss.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I knew that it was going to be a very hard fight, because he had the same pressure that I had. And I knew that my takedowns are much better. I've been in the United States training takedowns with good wrestler. I train a lot with a guy the name is Jake Herbert. He was second in the world champion for United States in my weight division. So I came from United States from Chicago like 3 times to train wrestling. I did short camps like 2 weeks, and I improved a lot my takedowns. And I was sure that I could take him down. I could stand up with him, and unfortunately I could submit him because he's tough, and that's it. But I think the fight was good.
What's next for you, Demian? Do you think this gets you back into title contention?
Of course I want, but of course I know not now. I will need more fights, but I know I'm in the top 10 in the category, and I will keep working. I pretend to go to other countries to train like I always do, like Thai boxing, and jiu-jitsu in Brazil, do my camps before the fights. Keep working, I want to be the best as I can and do the better as I can.
If you do get another shot at Anderson Silva, what do you do differently coming into that fight?
I think what Chael did was a good strategy. When you want to play too much with Anderson, you let him move too much, you let him relax, then he grows a lot. Always in the first round, when I see he's just studying, but if you let him play, you let him relax in the fight, in the second round, a lot of fights he knocked out the guys in the second round. And I realized that what Chael did and what I did in the end of third, fourth, and fifth round in Abu Dhabi was the better choice. But he's really a true champion. It's pretty hard. It's easy to say, but it's hard to do. But of course, you need to have a strategy and go there and try to do. If I get the chance again, I will do the best that I can.
Are you doing more weight training these days? Because your body seems a lot more muscular than it was when you started your career.
Yeah, I think it was something like develop. I've been doing a lot of Olympic weightlifting, and my conditioning coach Diego is with me here. But I have also a guy, Dimas in Brazil, who does weightlifting for me. They work together. And I think, when I started the UFC, I was like 190, and I used to fight 185. Now, sometimes I'm 205, so I'm much heavier, much stronger. Now I'm really a 185er. Before I could be 170. I think I can be 170, But you know, I don't think I need to drop this weight. Just one day maybe.
Do you notice a difference now that you're doing more weight training when you fight?
Yeah, especially, you know, if you do the right weight training, you get more explosive, you know, like Olympic weightlifting helped me a lot. Plyometric is a, you know, agility exercise, not just, you know, lifting weight, but, you know, an intelligent way of training, a smart way of training.
The UFC put out a little pamphlet today with some facts about you, and it said that you're a journalism major. Is that correct?
Yeah. When I finished my high school, you know, I was in doubt what I was going to do in that time, like martial arts or something. Okay, but you can live, you know, you can make your living, you know, in that time. So I said, okay, let's do, you know, I like to write, I like to read. And then I went to journalism, and I still have many friends in Brazil. They work in like the big medias in Brazil, the biggest newspapers, magazines, and you know, I like to be with them because, you know, I go away a little bit from the MMA world sometimes.
So what do you think of us?
We doing okay tonight?
I love you guys.
Congrats, Demian.
Thank you very much. Thank
Demian,
you.
one quick question.